Feels kind of weird that I'm making more of these videos all the time, but hello everyone, my name is Masterstarman, and welcome to just a short little update video. I don't really have a whole lot to say here, but yeah, today I'm recording this a day in advance, but as of September 5th, that day does mark the anniversary of when I uploaded my first ever Let's Play video, and I kind of just like to take this day to kind of celebrate some of these things and to kind of make a little update video about this. I'm apologizing that the lighting and weirdness is kind of weird here. This is a weird camera angle here. I'm just trying out something different here for a change, but I'm also shooting this in 4K, which is kind of an interesting little experiment here, but yeah, so anyways, I won't waste too much time because these file sizes are really big, but yeah, I don't really have a whole heck of a lot to say here. As many of you know, Kirby Triple Deluxe is going to be finishing up here in a few weeks' time. I don't really have a whole lot really of updating on that. I still have to record a few videos of that and still have to upload a few videos of that. The rest of this week at the time I'm doing this is going to be the DDD Tour mode stuff here. And when all that's done, I don't know how many other videos are going to be of that. Probably at least 3, if not 4, maybe a little bit more. Give or take. So, I'm not 100% sure how long that's gonna go on there for, but, it's gonna be a little bit more left of that anyway. And then after that, this is the game that I originally wanted to do my next Let's Play of here. This is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, and specifically this is the HD Wii U version of Twilight Princess. And apparently there's this rumor, I take Nintendo Direct rumors with a grain of salt, but they usually do have one in September of most years. And apparently they're saying that that game might be getting a Switch port at some point. I don't know for sure, but anyways, if that does, I would probably might hold off at least a little bit and just to see if that does get a Switch port announcement. If it doesn't, then I'll probably jump into this here, and if it does get an announcement, and which will probably be sometime down the line, probably early next year, I actually don't really know what I'll do. I'll find some backup plan. I have lots of games I could play, you know, like, I'm sure I could dig out some sort of backup game that, you know, and even random games I have on my Switch I'm sure I could find, or I could even dig out like an old N64 game or an old DS game or something that I haven't touched in a long time. You know, there's a lot of things I could really do. I kind of hate saying that I genuinely don't know what my plan would be, because Twilight Princess is a very long game. I've made some discussions about into the new year doing a replay of Mario Sunshine as well. I don't know if I'd want to start that right now or not, because the time when I Let's Played that game was in the fall from, like, October to December of 2010. The time when I streamed it was the fall, October to December of 2020. Maybe even earlier than that, I don't remember, because I streamed that when 3D All-Stars came out. And, yeah, I don't know if I'm really ready for that or not. I kind of want to play Sunshine, or make Sunshine content at a different time of year, and some people might be wondering why I'd want to Let's Play that again when I've Let's Played it and streamed it. I just want to play that game again and give that game another, like, I've been playing that game a lot, and I've been in a really itchy mood to play that game again, because, I don't know, there's something about Sunshine I really love that a lot of people otherwise don't really seem to see, and if I could make some sort of content or guide showing that it's a game that I would like to play at some point again, and, you know, show that there are really great things within it, like, I'd like to be that kind of person to show that off. I guess I can talk about the next year a little bit. Next year is year 15 for the channel. That's going to be a monstrous year as well. I was thinking I was going to be done after year 10, and I'm going on year 15, and I'm just like, how the hell is that happening there? There's a lot I would really like to do. I'm just not 100% sure of certain things with it. Like, obviously Twilight Princess is a big one. Mario Sunshine will be a big one when I do that. I've honestly been half considering Let's Playing Smash Brothers Melee at some point, and that's going to be a really big game whenever I get to that. Because there's just a lot of content in Melee. And that's a game that I genuinely love and don't really love at the same time, because I don't want to get too into that, but, like, it's a difficult game, and, like, I love the Smash Brothers series, but it's going to be difficult going on from there. So, I could probably find other things, too. Like I said, there's a lot of things I could probably think of that I wouldn't mind trying, and, hey, I mean, I even have other consoles I can look at as well. You know, I still have, like, Ratchet & Clank 3 to look at sometime. I would like to play that. Maybe even something like the Halo series, I think, might be something interesting to take a look at as well. I wouldn't have any idea on the timeline of that, but it could be a possibility. You know, there's just a lot of ideas and thoughts kind of floating around my mind. I always talk about wanting to do the Halo series multiplayer for years and years and years, but yeah, I don't know when exactly that's gonna be, but we can discuss that eventually. But yeah, it's... And as far as, like, the live streaming side of things go, I will briefly touch on this. I do feel sorry for taking a lot of breaks off live streaming this summer. I kind of, like, I hate pulling the mental health card on that, but things have just kind of been a little rough, for lack of a better word, from time to time. Like, there's a lot of days I'm mentally not there, and I don't feel like really doing much. So, I do still want to finish streaming all the games I've started. We're playing Metroid Other M, Yoshi's Island, and Okamiden, and I'd like to get back to all of those at some point. Yoshi's Island I may even just be anxious of, because we're at the point in the game where levels are really, really difficult now, so, because we are doing a 100% run for that. But I am up for the challenge, and really there's only 2 levels I can think of that are probably going to be, like, ass-pullingly annoying at this point. But, yeah. As far as future streams, I'd rather just focus on what I'm working on right now to get through those. At some point, Mackenzie and I will also probably record more, Mario Super Picross. I know that LP was starting to really kind of burn me out a little bit earlier, and I know there is still a second half of that game that's gonna be more awkward for different reasons, so we'll worry about that when we worry about that. I'm not gonna make that an immediate priority, but it is something... We've at least recorded the first world of the Wario side of that a while ago, and it's gonna be kind of tricky looking back, I guess, but there's lots of things we can look towards, and lots of things we can look towards Let's Playing in the future anyway. I'm feeling some weird mixed feelings right now, because there's a lot of content I want to make, and especially for the 15th year, that's gonna be a really crazy, like, I don't want to say another big 2018 era-esque year, but there would be a lot of things I'd honestly love to try and do again, like get a lot of multiplayer guests around and do a lot of crazy things. I don't know how likely that's gonna be. It's maybe a little difficult to imagine that, because, you know, a lot of my friends, you know, are all busy people, and some of my friends, since the last time they've been on the channel, you know, some of them I don't really talk with too much anymore. Some of them... one of my best friends just had a kid last year, and other things, so it's like, you know, my stuff that I do, that's not as important as their lives at that point. So if Twilight Princess doesn't happen, I don't want to say I'm not sure what to expect right now, but I'm kind of puzzled in some ways. One game I have actually been throwing the idea around, actually, is Mario Party Superstars. That is a game that I would like to do at some point. And when I say that, I know I've streamed that game a lot, but I would still, in some ways, I kind of want to do normal board playthroughs of that game as well, like, just to play that game on the YouTube side of things. Maybe getting guests would be fun for that too, but I've kind of had a weird epiphany where I just kind of suck at organizing group things to play with other people, so yeah, I don't know what to really think with that currently, if that's something that's going to happen or not. I'm not really too sure. But playing in person, I could probably still make some enjoyable content out of that. Just because that is still a game I really, really love, but I do feel a strange degree of burnout from that. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. There's a lot of games that I could play. I'm just not really, I'm not too sure what I want to play next, if that makes sense. Like I said, this Twilight Princess thing, if that does get the Switch announcement this month, I don't know, then that's probably going to be on hold until whenever that version comes out. I feel like it's bound to come to Switch at some point. It's a really well-liked Zelda game, and Nintendo loves their money, I guess, but I know this is kind of a weird update video, because usually I have a lot of things to kind of say about what I have going on, but, like, one game that comes to mind that I'm maybe considering at some point is Mega Man 8, which I do want to do the rest of the Mega Man games at some point, but it wasn't really even that long ago when I did 7, and also I kind of want to save 8 for, like, a Let's Play to do next year sometime. And maybe as well as Mega Man 9 and 10, I wouldn't mind finishing those up at some point, because those won't take me, well, none of those games are going to take me very long, but otherwise, I mean, I'm not really sure. Maybe there's some things I might do. By the way, I don't know how well you can see this. I do really love this hat that I'm wearing here, this Inuyasha Sit Boy hat. Oddly enough, I picked that up at a GameStop of all places, and it was even when my friend Shad Mallow visited me back in July, and we were visiting some random game stores and whatnot, I was like, look, there's no way I'm gonna find Inuyasha merch here, and lo and behold, she spots this on the wall there, and I'm like, okay, yep, I need to buy this. And hats usually don't fit my head very well, but this one, I guess, does have an adjustable strap on the back that does, and I'm really shocked that this actually does fit my head, because hats just don't like to fit my head for some reason. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I think could be on the horizons. Pikmin 2 is a big one. I think that would be a very large undertaking, because Pikmin 2 is a beast and a half, and it's also the only Pikmin I've never finished, so it could probably be a bit of a beast to get through. There's Metroid Prime 2, which I should give that game a replay at some point, because I have not touched Prime 2 in a very long time. Like, I have a save file on the trilogy that's, like, right at the final boss, but I don't remember when I played that. That must have been, like, a 2013, 2014, maybe 2015 playthrough. I don't remember, like, half of that game at this point. Prime 3 I replayed not long ago, but one game I've considered playing for a while was actually Diddy Kong Racing, which I know I promised I was going to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country 2 this year. That, at this point, is very likely not to happen. With all respect to that game, it's just, that's one game I don't really feel comfortable Let's Playing right now. I could even grab a random license game like Shrek 2 or something, or I don't know at this point. Like, what do I say, I guess, I'm probably just rambling on at this point, Maybe I am feeling some degree of burnout. I don't really know. I still want to keep making videos, I really do, and Triple Deluxe has honestly been a lot of fun just to play through that again. I'm honestly shocked that, it's been going on this long. I think I did take a break a bit after the main story finished, but, like, I was uploading videos of that when my friend Shad visited, and that was back in the beginning of July, so has it really been going on that long, I guess? Maybe? Probably has, I guess. Maybe I took a break after the post game. I genuinely just don't remember the last few weeks at all. So, there's a lot of things that I could probably find to look at some point. Probably won't be a Kirby game because I just did one of those recently. But there's a lot of things that it probably could be at some point. Yeah, I guess I don't really have too much more to say. Thanks everyone for sticking around for all these years, like I said, next year we're starting up year 15. That is absolutely insanity to me. I can't believe that it's been that long already, and, if I can get, sentimental for a minute, that really does mean a lot, that I've been doing this for as long as I have, and, it's... I want it to be another celebration year. It's probably not going to be a retirement year again like I tried to do 5 years ago. 2017 just wasn't a good year for me either, and I think that's why I got thinking about the end for a long time. I'm in a much... Yeah, I was going to say I don't know if I'm in a much better spot. Yeah, I definitely am in a much better spot. There's a lot of things that I want to do on the horizons. It's just... it's like the big game that I want to do. I don't want to start this and then, bam, a few weeks later, there's a remaster of this coming out at some point. This is already a remaster anyway, so I don't know why it would... You know what I mean? And to be fair, there are problems with this one. This version has Miiverse stuff. Can't access Miiverse at all, so... Yeah, it's... With all of that being said, though, I think we should probably call that a video here. So, thanks everyone for watching this video here. Thanks everyone for joining me over the years. I know I still get comments from time to time about people on the SpongeBob movie LP that was their childhood and this and that, and it really does make me feel old that, I was making those videos when I was a teenager, and it's wild to me to think just kind of how far those things have come, It's... In some ways, a lot has stayed the same, and in some ways, a lot has changed a lot, a part of me inside hasn't really changed all too much, but there's another part of me that really very much has changed a lot, so it's very wild to me that it's been 14 years already, and that next year marks 15, that's just wild to me. So, thanks everyone for tuning in here. As far as other things go, I'm kind of just playing it by ear right now. I can keep up with the stream stuff here, I think there's even still some old stream VODs that I have yet to upload for the time being, so at least September and October we're still going to have a lot of things, and, some games are still, freshly young. Okami Den, I've only done one stream of that, and that's a pretty beefy game in of itself, so I could see that taking at least 8 or 9 streams, if not more, so thanks everyone for watching. I've been Masterstarman, and again, thanks for 14 years, man. It means the world, and I can't believe it's been that long already. Thank you, and have yourselves a great day, great night, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.